Hey guys and gals, let's unbag, build, and review the Volvo Wheel Loader by LEGO Technic. And this is set number 30433 and contains 69 bricks. That's pretty much what we're building there. And if you've watched me for quite some time, you know that Technic and myself don't quite get along very well. So I'm going to see how well this one goes. And it is rated for ages 7+, so, well, it might be a little too challenging for me. Alright, let's see what we got in here. And this set was provided to me by I think by my parents or by a friend. I can't remember. It's been so long ago. And, alright, well, first things first. We got things rolling around, and here's the building guide. And yeah, we're going to be building this whole thing in this installment here and everything. And then, well, let's see what we got in here first. Oh wow, there's actually stickers for this. Ooh, well, this is not a set provided to me by LEGO, so guess what? Those stickers are going to go right back in there, and I'm putting that away because I'm not putting stickers on this. This will probably most likely be parted out. I actually have like 2 or 3 of these polybags, so I'll have to find what I'm going to do with the other one. Alright, let's take a look. We got one of these little shovels here. Not too bad. And plenty of these Technic pins rolling around, friction and whatnot. And some tires. And what you'd see on a race car. Get 4 of those. And various lift arms. Technic pin with stud. Alright, let's see here. We got plenty of lift arms. Some of these 1x2 lattice slopes. Pretty cool. And some bushings and some rims. I don't think I have any in yellow. Those will come in handy for some things. And one of these type of little worm gears. I'm always looking for these. I do play around with some Technic, kind of get a feel of it. I still don't quite understand it, but I always like to tinker, so extra parts help. One of these Technic pin extenders, or double lift arm, I don't know. And one of these 5 stud long nail Technic cross axle things. A 3 stud long Technic cross axle. And yes, I pretty much have all the sizes memorized at this point. We got half lift arms here. Or Technic beams, you know, little gears and something you'd probably use. I don't know, this has got a double axle with a Technic hole in the middle. Anything else that's worth mentioning? Not really. Well, what do you guys and gals think of the parts? Yeah, maybe because I'm not in Technic, so maybe a Technic buff, this would probably be a gold mine. Well, I'm more into city and suburb stuff, so it's not gonna do me any good with my style of build. At least this one doesn't have any minifigures, so we can breeze through this. Oh man, this manual's kind of dusty. What did happen to this? Was this in a dust storm or something? Who knows? Okay, so yeah, it doesn't look too bad, except for the stickers there, but we're not putting those on. Well, let's get going here. Let's build it. That's my slogan. Let's build it. Well, we'll see how well the build goes. And a little bit of an update on everything. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last videos, but it's probably already been released by now, but I got the tiny house video proofed. It's done. I'm working on the building guide now. Trying to get that done so I can get it prepared for supporters like on Patreon and stuff and all those goodies. I don't know when I'll have it fully done. Right now I found out how many parts there are. I don't know what in the top of my head, but it's over 500 for the tiny house. And it wasn't too bad to write the building guide up on this one. It just wasn't hard or anything. It was just more, you know, with work and family getting in, consuming my free time. I just Well, that sounds kind of harsh, but you know what I mean. I got life activities are consuming things that are taking up some of my free time to put this stuff together. Oh, wait a minute, I'm missing a step here. Okay. And I'm filming this during Easter break. Is that where that's supposed to go? Yeah. Okay. You know, I mean, Technic and I just don't get along very well. And, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, and it doesn't help, too, if it's 2 in the morning. Oh, yeah, that's not a good time to build Technic if it's 2 in the morning. And let's see here. It goes like that. Huh. So far it looks like a big pile of mess. Basically you want me to put a windscreen on it and stuff like that. We're not doing that on here. Alright. Wow. Stomach's sure growling. I had a big dinner tonight. Surprising it wasn't takeout or anything because it's the weekend. And everybody's asleep right now, and I thought, well, I can come in here real quick and just kind of get some videos done here. And I managed to pound out a few tutorials, and I put that in the wrong spot there. Oh, I got lucky. That came off pretty easy. So I managed to get done with some tutorials, and that was pretty much it. And for those who've been who are on my second channel, I'm getting close to finishing up the campground. By the time you watch this, it's probably already done and published, but I think I'm editing part 5. I don't know if there were 7 or 8 parts. I don't know. I don't really know until I get done editing the videos. And I don't even know how many there are until I'm done. No, don't you roll off. I've been trying to cut down the rantiness, but sometimes it gets to be a little hard. Sometimes I just gotta vent it out. All right. Well, it's starting to look like something here. Okay. Now we got a sub step. I hate when you get like a little step like this and you got a sub step. You know, when I've been writing up my own manuals and my own building guides, I'm starting to get where I'm getting like nested sub steps, and it's like, ooh. It takes forever to write those up. But it's worth it because it makes it easy for me to follow when I'm done. And my building guides are really have been a big help because it's easy for me to follow my work instead of have to watch a video. And just like with the campground, remember all the little tutorials, like I did one of the picnic campground thing. I think I did one of the small fire ring in one of my camping packs. And I did a couple of tutorials on spruce trees. And the whole point about those were, unless one day I ever needed those and couldn't figure out how to put those together, you know, there they are. And with those tutorials, that's going to be a big help. That goes like that. So I need to find a little gear. This must have some kind of functionality with it, but I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy here, huh? And we're still in a sub-step too. Okay, it goes, I think, like this. I mean, it makes sense. And then we got this put there. Okay, it's easier to see it now when it's on this side now. Yeah, if you're on my second channel, you'll probably see me do these type of videos. They're just longer. And that's the kind of style that, if you like lengthy ASMR videos, if you need something to fall asleep to, those videos can get up to 2.5 hours long for this style of type of build, like the building style. That's what mine looks like. Oh no, we got to put one more piece on there. So it's pretty much like that. Sometimes I'll film in the daytime, sometimes I'll film at night. It just depends. And I got a little red circle there. So let me hold it like this. Oh, I forgot to put this piece on there. Take care of that. And then I'm thinking it goes like this, but oh, okay. One thing good about Technic, it's real strong when it's done, very rigid. We survived so far. I hope I didn't mess anything up. I don't know how a 7-year-old can put this together. I'm a grown adult and I'm still having problems understanding it. Well, maybe that's the problem, right? Maybe this really is intended for younger builders. And adults are not meant to understand what's going on with these. Okay, so it looks like this goes here. Well, it did. It snapped in place, so maybe that's a good sign. Alrighty. Okay. Well, that wouldn't make any sense, but that's how they wanted it, like that. And then a friction stub here. This must be for the shovel or the bucket. And then that goes in one of these bent arm things. We'll call it a bent arm tonight. There we go. And then here they show you that it's 1-to-1 here. You gotta have the gear right in the middle. I've been doing that in my building guides. Sometimes if I don't do Technic in mine, but sometimes if I need a part to face a certain way, I have to do that in my building guides. Because if I get confused, I know somebody who's building my stuff is going to get confused. That's one advantage I like about the video tutorials. video tutorials, I show you different angles. For a manual, it's just, that's how it is. I can't take this and rotate it. Now, LEGO has an app where you can download the building guides and you can rotate things, which I like. Sometimes I prefer just a plain old PDF because it's easier on the tablet. And then this here goes in there. And then we're attaching the bucket. And it's telling me to put stickers on this too, which I'm definitely not doing that. Okay. And whoa, well, why did we do that in the first place? This thing just fell right out, LEGO. I'll show you. They have you build it, stick it in here and put the bucket on there. And then you have to put this piece on last. Wouldn't that piece go on before you put the bucket on? You know, I mean, writing up my own building guide, sometimes it's like, what? You know, what's going on here? Alrighty. Okay. I think that's meant to raise it up, huh? Okay, well, hey, it works. I'm just going off this picture here. We're not done yet, but it's working. Hey, I gotta give myself a pat on the back. And it doesn't even tell you how to put the wheels on this. Oh, you know what I forgot all this time? I was supposed to put these in here for the wheels. Well, let's do that now. Like I said, Technic and I just do not get along very well. Well, I'm assuming that goes there because that's the only spot. And everything's just kind of roly-roly today. And let's start making our tires. I needed these in red for a tractor. Well, I got them in yellow. Anybody watched my little tractor? It was supposed to be yellow. And I never did it in yellow, so I did it in red. Didn't have the rims. Now I have the rims to make a better one. Now I have yellow ones to even make the color that I wanted to. Or I could just make a green one too, but I don't think these even come in green. Alrighty. And the lug nut parts stick outward. Okay. And these little type of builds, they're kind of cool in a way. They don't take several installments to complete. You know, just for this alone, just being Technic was already a challenge enough for me. And that's what we have remaining with the build. So basically what you just saw here is an example how I do the big stuff. And it tells you, here's the magical hand here that comes out from outer space. It reaches down, tells you how it works. Folding these things up is like folding up a road map. So where do you start? Well, I don't know. Maybe it just folds up like an accordion. There we go. I got it back the way it was. And a little quick demonstration here for indexing purposes. So that's pretty much what it does. And that's as far as it goes. Not too bad. It looks like it's... Well, this thing doesn't sit quite flat unless I did something wrong, but... I think that's how it's supposed to. You can go like that or like that. Alright. So, it does roll smooth and stuff like that, and that's essentially what we did. Now, let's start with the review. Yes, I'm going to review it. Build experience, well, it's Technic, so for me it was just average. You know, it just wasn't filling this build. Build quality is pretty good, however. It's not really, it doesn't feel like it's falling apart or anything like that. This is obviously meant to be played with. So I'm sure some young builder is going to probably take this out in the sandbox and dig roads and stuff with it. other than that, it's pretty strong. Could this be dropped in a Lego city? You know, I don't see why you couldn't put this in a Lego city. I mean, it's, I don't know. Tell me what you think. Does it look like it'd fit in a Lego city? I mean, to me it does. I would just set this in and it looks okay. MOC building, could use this in a MOC. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. You know, it's got some play value with it, obviously. So like I shown you, the bucket does go up and down, so it is playable, and it's obviously not scaled for minifigures, so you really can't put minifigures in this. That's the only sad thing about it. Other than that, though, it is for me, it's an average build. So, you know, I don't know what it costs. Probably about $5-6 for that poly bag. Is it worth getting? I mean, if you need the parts for some Technic builds, some very light stuff, there you go. But if you're planning on building a whole entire machine out of this, yeah, you may want to look somewhere else. But it was a good little time waster project. But I want to let me know what you think of this. You know, for my final summation of the build, I mean, it's just an average set, just as a time waster. I wasn't too thrilled by it, but except for this going up and down, and it works, but that's essentially all it does. Tell me what you think of this poly bag.